Okay, here we go. Number 20 from the geometric sequence and series scenario. So the sum of the first two terms of a geometric series, well, I know that's going to be u1 plus u1r. That has to be 162. And I know if it's the first four terms, well, the first term plus the second term plus the third term plus the fourth term has to be 180. So, well, let's do a little substituting here. I got u1s and r's. I got to see if I can simplify this somehow. So I'm going to substitute this with this. I'm going to plug it into here. So when I have that, I end up with 162 plus, and when I'm here, I'm going to factor out a u1 r squared, parenthesis, 1 plus r equals 180. And so I know also then that u1, let's try that a little bit better. I can say that u1 r squared 1 plus r equals, subtract the 162, I get 18. Still two variables. Well, let's go back over to this equation and we'll rewrite this scenario. If I factor out u1, I know u1 1 plus r equals 162. And so u1 is equal to 162 divided by 1 plus r, end parenthesis. And I'm again going to take this and I'm going to substitute this value into here. So when I get that, I end up with u1 is really 162 divided by 1 plus r times the r squared, 1 plus r is equal to 18. Well, I can see that there's some nice canceling out to do. I can cancel. And so I get, divide by 162, r squared equals 18 over 162, which is equal to 1/9. If I take the square root of both sides, r is going to be plus or minus 1/3. So we have two values for r. We have to go now and find my u. Going to find u1, I can use this scenario here. So u1 equals 162, 1 plus 1/3, or I can say 162, 1 minus 1/3. So do little calculations here. This is 162 over 4/3, which is 162 times 3/4, which is 162 divided 4 times 3 is equal to 121.5. This is the first term, or it could also be 162 over 2/3, which is 162 times 3/2, which now is simply 243. 243. So I have u1 and r. Now it says, the problem says, if we keep on going here, it says find the sum of the first 6 terms. Well, we know the sum for a geometric series is, the sum for a geometric series, our formula is S sub n is equal to u1 1 minus r to the nth, all over 1 minus r. Well, I have two different values for r and for u1. So if I have u1, I get 121.5, and that was when r was, what was r? That was my negative 1/3 or positive 1/3? Positive 1/3. This is positive 1/3. And I'll also do it if u1 equals 121.5, where r is equal to negative 1/3. And I'm looking for n equal to 6. So I can say s sub 6 is equal to 121.5, 1 minus 1/3 to the 6th, over 1 minus 1/3, which equals 121.5, 1 minus 1 over 729. And that is going to be over 2/3. And if we finish this all off, I get 121.5 times 728 divided by 729. And then I'm going to divide that by 2 divided 3. And I get 182. Again, if I check the other scenario though, using this scenario where I have the different u's, I go s sub 6. I get 121. Hold on. 243. Let's fix that. This is going to be 243. 243. Or the negative. Just let me check my numbers for the negative 1. Yep, that works good. So, if I take my calculations, I get 243. 1 minus a negative 1/3 to the 6th over a 1 minus a negative 1/3. Well, that's going to be 243. And again, it's going to be 1 minus 1 over 729 over 4/3. 4/3. And if I throw that into my calculator, I get 243 times. Again, I get 182. Either way, I get the same sum. The second part of the question says, find also two possible values for the sixth term. Well, u6 is equal to u1r to the n minus 1. So if I take 121.5, r is 1/3 to the 5th, I get, when I do that, I get one value that is going to be 121.5 times 1 divided 3. I get 1/2. When I take the other combinations of terms, I get 243 times negative 1/3 to the 5th, and that ends up being negative 1.